Hello and welcome. It is Grug Duck Plays Games with another episode of Minecraft Feed the Beast with the Monster Pack. So we're having some issues with our mob farm, which is down here. We are getting just a little bit of mob essence from the peck that do happen to spawn. For some reason, even the peck have stopped spawning. I don't understand what is going on, but it doesn't matter because it didn't work anyway, so I really need to tear that down. And I have another idea about what we're going to do, but Look, a couple episodes ago, number of episodes ago, I went from refill. There we go. I went from having a manual sugarcane farm to sort of this automated sort of kinda one that just has a couple. It's not fast enough. I need more paper, I need more sugar, there's stuff coming up, I gotta have things. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just automate that. So, to that end, I have set up a small system over here. What we've got is a water source block down there with a water boiler that sucks the water up. This is all factorization, by the way. So the water boiler sucks up the water source, then feeds it up into the steam turbine. The steam turbine... the water actually sucks it up, and then it needs to be warmed. So we have a calorimetric burner, which eats food. So you can see it's got 4 steak, and then 42 seconds left on the current steak. So that heats the water flows up into the steam turbine, and then the lead wire carries the charge over to my battery, and then from my battery to a furnace heater. And then the furnace heater is what heats up the crystallizer, where we have some aqua regia and some redstone blocks, so that we can get a couple components we need. We're going to be making a servo and servo rail to harvest our sugarcane, because it's just about one of the most efficient ways I've seen of doing it. I could do an MFR farm, but that's just yet another MFR farm I have to have out here. Plus, it means it takes up the area that an MFR farm takes. This servo rail thing is pretty much going to take up just the same amount of space that it does right now, just this little area. Or at least that's the plan. I've also got some bees just sort of going up here. Just set them up with little item ducts, but I ran into a bit of a trouble because I did not have the pipes calibrated correctly, and it didn't have anywhere for the princess to go, and it just had problems. And it's raining, so they're not doing anything. So I think I've got it pretty much set up now the way it needs to. Really, it's just, I'm not even breeding yet. Oop, that's not right. Where's the princess? Why did the princess not go in there? I'm not really breeding them as much as I'm just getting some honeycomb. Or trying to. So that said to put the princess back in there. And the princess shouldn't be going away because they are pristine. Put it in there, huh? No princess. No princess. Yes, princess. We'll see if that works. That says no to princess. No princess. Alright, we'll see if that... I don't know. It's going to take a little bit to get that really calibrated, but really the point is just spin me up some honey so that I can start in with the bees. Because you sort of need honey to be able to power the beealyzer so that you can analyze them and do all that. So I figured while I'm doing this other stuff, we'll let those spin up so that I have a decent supply of honeycomb that I can hopefully get some honey from and keep progressing that way. Anyway, this crystallizer takes forever. Not literally, but seriously, it takes a long, long time. So, alright, what else can we make here? We've got our servo rails, we've got the points, we've got lead wire. We're going to need... an item shifter. Needs a logic matrix, which needs this. Blank logic matrix. Ah, I'm going to need another... Let's put that in there. Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's see. So, okay, we're going to need that. In addition, we're going to need... what? We're going to need this guy, the socket block. I believe the item shifter sits in that. I think it does. We're going to need one of these. Commenter, instruction, stack transfer. We might need that. Set speed. Item shifter control. Right top. From product, duplicate, control, action. I believe man, I can't remember if it's I think we need an item shifter. Oh, of course we need an item shifter. Well, that's going to be another one of those. Alright, so while they're doing that, let's go get some more paper. Because I'm going to... Alright. So, if I can't, or don't want, to mess up the overworld, what I can mess up is somebody else's world. And that means that we're going to be playing with Mistcraft. And that means we need to get the ink mixer. We need to get, I believe it's a writing table. Or a writing desk, I should say. And I thought there was a... I thought there was another writing thing that was needed, but maybe not. Let's see, where to put this? Where to put this? First, none of that's going to matter if we don't do this. Let's go ahead and do that. And what else? We're going to need not just books, but paper. And I believe we're going to need leather. And then let's also come over here and grab whatever zombie flesh we happen to have. Let's grab a stack of that. And we will stick that in our redstone furnace. Alright, so we're going to be doing some mist crafting. Let's go ahead and just do that here. So an inkwell, a writing desk. Oh boy, there we go. Let's see. Crap. It is... I need like an ink bottle? Is it an ink bottle? Ink. Let's see. How do I do that? Is it... No, I don't remember how to do only the thing that I'm typing in. Just can't remember off the top of my head how that's done. Let's see real quick. Let's assume that I kind of remember. Is it that? No. Bottle of ink. What is that? A bottler? Maybe an ink bottle? No. Bottle ink jar? Ink. Alright, let me find this and then I'll be back. Okay. It is a water bottle plus 2 black tree dyes or black tree saplings or ink sacks, and it makes an ink vial. Of course, ink vial. Why that didn't show up when I searched for Mistcraft, I don't know, but I also need a book binder. Pretty easy. Grab that, and we will come back over here. Stick that maybe right there. So when you put the ink vials in here, it fills this up with black ink. You can also add things to this and change its properties, but we're not going to deal with that right now. And then it creates a link panel when you put paper in here. And link panels, if you put other things in here, the linking panel can change and do different things. It can disarm people that go through it, or preserve momentum, or link within the dimension you're already in, or the book will follow you instead of dropping on the ground. Or no, that's if you put the page in. Anyway, there's a bunch of different things it can do. Right now we want a generic link panel because once we have that link panel, we could come over here and we could get a notebook, which is another Mistcraft item, and store things in here and store pages in here so that we have pre-made things as a way to store them, and then come over here and put in our linking page and then fill out other pages to modify the world we're going to do. But we're not really there yet. We're just going to grab a regular old descriptive book. And then we're going to make a linking book. I'm trying to remember how you make a linking book. It's been a while since I've used Mistcraft very extensively. But I do know I want some book stands. Let's see, a linking book. Linking book, linking book, linking book. How do you make that? Alright, well, let me try and remember I'll look up how to make a linking book, and I'll be back. Alright, so I remembered. It's pretty easy. You just take a link panel and a piece of leather, and you get an unlinked link book. So we're going to make a number of these. There we go. And then basically what happens is, right now they're unlinked. We want to put that over there. And wherever I happen to right-click them is where it's going. I think shift right-click them. It's going to link that book to the specific location and direction and everything that I am in when I do that. So there we go. Now we have a linking book. And we're doing this because when we travel to new worlds, we want to have a way back. So I'm going to have a bunch of these so that I can get back. There we go. And then let's see here. I'm going to do that, do this. I need that. I don't need these. That I should, no, give me that back. Yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Let me run back downstairs and throw these into my burner. How is this guy doing? We're getting close. That back, put those back. Alright. So we should be good to run away for a second here. So what we're going to do is come over with this book, and we're going to plop it down on that book stand, and then we're just going to go into a random age. And then what's going to happen is this is going to take forever to generate a world, and apparently that world's going to be raining. So I'm going to let it regenerate, or not regenerate, but I'm going to let it generate for a little bit, and then I will return. Alright, and so we are in the world. It is a very strange one. There's these really tall oak trees that have really extensive roots. This is a wondrous woods biome combined with a shrubland. All of a sudden there's these little birds flying around, which are kind of neat. It's icy. It's raining. There's monsters. Yeah, whenever you generate a world like that, you're not controlling anything. It just generates stuff. One of the first things you want to do is usually you will form up on this little platform, and you want to probably mark where that is just so you know how to get back. And as I was flying around, I noticed one of the things that I was kind of hoping to find is in Mistcraft you can get these blue crystal things. And those are very cool, and I'm going to go ahead and harvest them. They're useful because you can make portals. From them, and it's a much easier way to interact and go to other worlds once you find other worlds you want to go to. So I'm going to harvest those. There's some more over here. So anyway, I'm going to fly around, and other than these, this world doesn't seem too special, but I'm going to fly around before I make sure. So back in a bit. Alright, so while you're running around, you'll come across structures like these, which are libraries. And inside there are webs, but then there are also pages. So this is how you get Mistcraft pages to be able to create and control your own world. They modify the worlds, so you want to probably collect those up whenever you can. Now, theoretically, these all occur in the same spot in worlds, so you know you can take that for whatever you want. I'm gonna waypoint this. And then I'll see. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, so now that we're out of that world, since it does have the crystals in it, I do want to keep a hold of it, and you can grab these by just grabbing the descriptive book. You can take it, put it right in here, and then just rename it. So there we go. Easy enough. Now when we look in there, it's Crystal World. Perfect. Alright, on to another random place. Another descriptive book. Check and make sure I have linking books. Come back. And here we go again. Back if there's anything interesting. Alright, so now we're back in our normal world with some factorization. What was I doing? Item shifter. I need to make a logic matrix. I end up having 6 of the blank logic modules. Everything completed correctly. Alright, let's make a hopper. Let's make a dropper. And let's make an item shifter. A servo. Still got a socket. So now my question is, I think, like, think the way this works, so I want to test it here. Let me get a lever. Let me get one of these guys. Okay, so what we would do is we would say there's a chest here, and we would put this there, and then that there, and then a chest there. And then we right-click with the logic guy, and we want to export from back, pulse 64 target slot any. Okay, so we're going to put that there. So theoretically, when I give this a redstone pulse, okay, so it did. It sent it from there down to there. And that's with the... So this is the back of the thing. Okay, that's what we wanted to know. So let me grab that, and then grab this. Give me that back. Give me that back. Okay. So what we need is we need some sort of... We need something here that's gonna, like... I wonder if it's socket signal? Redstone pulse. I bet that's what we need. It'll send the redstone pulse when the socket gets to that point. So... Okay, so we want servo rails. What are these? These are... We want top. Is there anything else that I forgot? I should not have put all that stuff back. Oh, let's see here. Alright, let me gather materials and I'll be back. Okay, to get our diamond shards, we've got some TNT. We're going to put a block of diamond on top of that. And then we're going to put a lever down here and hope for the best. Oh, come on. Boom! There's our shards. And it did work. I think it's a glitch. A bug. But if you do it with normal TNT, it blows up your diamond block. If you do it with industrial TNT, you retain your diamond block. Not that I'm short on diamonds or anything, but you know, the vanilla Minecraft player in me just can't give up diamonds if I can avoid it. So, anyway, there we go. Now, I just need to make a lacerator, I believe? A lacerator? Lacerator? Is it a grinder? What is it? Diamond cutting head. Place on motors. Pretty sure that's what I need to do. Pretty sure I need a diamond cutting head. Okay. Place on a motor. I'm pretty sure I don't have a motor. Motor. Place on sockets. But I have a servo. Do I have to place a socket on the... Let's see this here. Let's grab this. Okay, put that there. Put that. Maybe I do need to do that. How does this work? Needs a motor. Okay, so it does need a motor. Motor. Crap. I'll make some more of these. Put that in there. Do one of those. And a battery. Put that there. Motor. Get rid of that. Alright, now we should be good. theoretically. Let's I'm gonna take this up there, break down the stuff that's already up there, and see where we are. Back in a second. Alright, so I've got the water trough and I've got a servo rail. That seems like it should be enough to get us quite a bit. So now I'm thinking about trying to sort of do all of this all in the same place, maybe? Like all in a line. So we'll see how this is going to work. I don't know if it will, but we'll give it a shot. So let's see. So I would want my water boiler there so that that block keeps refilling itself. And then I'm going to want the steam turbine on top of that, the calorimetric on top of that. I'm going to want that to probably go away. And that. I'm going to want a hopper on top of the calorimetric. I'm going to want a battery right there. And that should theoretically power the servo rail. I'm going to want I'm going to want a bunch of this, that's for sure. So this is going to go right here. Let's see, we'll have the servo rail come out one more. And then what are we going to have here? We're going to have this plus this plus this and that. No, we don't need that yet. We don't need that yet. Or that. Right, because these go there. We need this and that. So let's see here. How do we do this? If we have a barrel here and we have the socket on top and the item shifter on top of that, we would need to lower this by 2, I believe. So 1, 2, and then we put the barrel in there. Let's break this, break that, and then we're going to put the socket right there, and that right there. Okay. So I was wrong. We need, I think, one more, and then we'll put the barrel right there, and a socket, and an item shifter, and then we're going to right click, and we're going to import to the back, pulse some amount, target any amount. So import to the back. Let's go ahead and do this. And then just for looks, we can go ahead and do that. We can put some stairs in or whatever. Okay. And then I think we're probably going to need one more. So then I can say on this side we want, let me break that. On this side, we want... Oops, no, come on. We want the top to be that way. Oh, well, it doesn't use it. Well, and then on this side, we want the top to be that way. And then here, we're going to redstone pulse. That doesn't seem to do anything. And I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if the redstone pulse is what will trigger. I don't know if this will trigger that. But we're going to see. So, alright. That stuff can all go back in there. And now I need a servo, a motor, and a cutting tool. So we put the servo on the rail, and then we attach a motor and a cutting tool. And it's a little glitchy, and it doesn't spin and do its thing until it actually has something to cut. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh. It's running out of power. I need to take the battery, stick the battery in there, and then go ahead and throw a stack of beef in. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. It appears to not be shifting. Oh, there it went. Okay, it's shifted. That's good. That's what we want to see. And then... and it doesn't cut this. Huh. I wonder if I need something else to make it cut? At factorization, is there like a servo entry control duplicate drop? Ooh, I might need to use that instead of the redstone thing. Integer jump product spin. Spin, I'm assuming, doesn't make the thing spin. Set direction. Set speed. Stack transfer. Item shifter control. I'll bet I need that for this, not the redstone pulse. Still don't know why it's not chopping down a sugar cane. Let me see what I can find, and then I'll be back. Okay, so it's now working. I added in a speed, which is the slowest, and if you were to click that, it would do it. So I slowed it down because basically the sugarcane doesn't grow fast enough to need it to go any faster, and I assume it uses less energy if it goes slower. That's what I assume. My problem was twofold. One, the hopper has to be attached to the side of the calorimetric burner in order to feed steak in. And two, I needed some lead wire to go across the top to connect the two. It doesn't just connect like that. I don't think. I don't know. I did both of them at the same time, so I don't know which one fixed it. But one of them did. And now it does grow. I harvested this and stuck it on top of one, and it cut it, and it deposited in the barrel. So we should be good to go. I should be able to just let this thing sort of go, and yeah, we'll eventually get some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh, so that's a 9 by 9. So that'd be 81 stacks versus this thing's 64 stacks. That's interesting. My initial plan was to have the diamond chest, but I guess I'll just leave the barrel for now. Alright, so back in a second. Alright, so this thing appears to be working. Like I said, I've given it a little bit of time to run. You can see it's generated 24. We should see it cut that down as soon as it gets there. the servos are a little glitchy. Like, see, it didn't start spinning till it was there graphically, but it got it. And like, it hasn't deposited it yet, but now it did, even though it's way over there, and it never spun, but it sort of backs up. It's a little, I don't know, the graphical updating of it is not in sync always, but it's doing it. I mean, it's, it's getting the stuff. This is going to go much quicker, I can tell. So, yeah, pretty exciting. Now we have paper. I also have taken the time and have found, I went through 5 worlds, and I finally found one that is sufficiently interesting, I think, for what I have planned. And it's, yeah, so anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I am Grugduck Plays Games. Next episode, back to the mob farm, and we'll see. We're going to be doing some stuff with some Mistcraft, so I hope you had fun, because I certainly did. See ya!